Oh, okay. So you were talking about when you.
I went to the monastery
Mhm, mhm.
and I stayed there all the time of the war.
So you and your
My sister
sister
Clelia.
during World War II, or was it
Yeah.
a different war?
No, War Two
Your family stayed in Tripoli?
in Tripoli, Libya.
They sent you by yourself?
Yeah, and I was up there with the nuns. They were taking care of us. We were living with them in the convent with the nuns.
How did they treat you?
I don't know where they got all that patience.
Mm.
But we were different kids. You know, today kids want this, I want that, and not, and we were obedient. We were okay. We were different. As long as we, what could they treat us? They gave us what they had got, what they have. A roof, an education, because this monastery was a village, was big, because they have the land that they cultivated in there. They have the school in there. They have the church in there. Everything in those walls. We got out. On Sunday we went to walk and go in places in garden or whatever, or we went to other churches. And, we went out to visit other uh, places. Depend what the nuns have, decide where we want to go with with the airplane that they were coming every minute. Boom, and you had to be ready where there is a shelter. We went underground shelter.
Could you hear the bombs?
Yeah, we hear the whistle. Boom. And the monastery shelter has been bombed and hit 300 kids underneath in there with the nuns and everybody. It was huge. The old monastery was. And I don't know how many kids died.
So why did your family send you to Italy if it wasn't safer there, was it?
In Tripoli, no, at the beginning. Because if you see the map in your eyes, this is the coast of Africa, and this is Libya, where we were, Mediterranean Sea, the I cannot say it, Gibraltar,
Gibraltar?
right. From there, the 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 ship, the
Allies?
yeah, the American came with their uh, warship. What do you call it? Torpedo, and with the cannon start to bomb all the town at the entrance. And that was at the entrance, the town, and people from town had to escape and go in the desert, in the mountain, wherever you have a shelter, fine, far away from where the sea was. And but my father had a business, had to come every morning to open the business, and then in the afternoon, the city was empty. Everybody was finding, a place, safety, and anyhow, finally, it became so ugly because from the air, even if you were in the desert, we were in danger. And so my dad decided, I better. In Italy, there was nothing yet because the Allies didn't come yet. But when they, made progress with the war, they came in and took over all Italy, over this way.
Wow. And then after the war, you went back to Tripoli?
Yeah, after the war, when the war was over, me and my sister, with with transportation that we fought, find, in the street, somebody gave you a ride to Genoa, then from Genoa here. Then once we reached Genoa, in the port of Genoa, there was a military ship, Italian. Was a very famous one, and they were going down to Sicily, and we want to go to Sicily, so they gave us a ride, a ride in the bicycle, a ride to go down to Sicily, and so we went to reach our uncle, our relative that my parents left in their town, and those parents, those uncle and parents, whatever family, find us a way to go and reach my family in Libya. They knew a shipment that was shipping on the Mediterranean, in the high sea, close to the coast of Libya. He said, I can leave you over there. So we paid something, and that ship was so full of people that I was, in a little space like this, close to the board of the ship, and I could touch the water, and there were the dolphins. It was nice at the beginning. Then when we got close to the coast of Libya, then the custom start to whistle to the shipman, if that man has been caught and put in prison, and they confiscate the ship. But we went back to our family. Not immediately, because before we went to the land, to the shore, they drop us on the sea. We had to swim a little bit, which I didn't know. My sister helped me, and we reached the shore. And meanwhile, it was night time, and we spent the night over there all wet on the sand. And the day after, the police, the Arabic police, caught us, all of us, and took us in a camp, like a prison. They start to give us vaccination and check whose family was yours, and they have to pay a fine and gave us the ID, so we went back home, and that was time that I grew up at home, going to school, Italian school, because over there was Italian colony, everything was Italian. At the time, was still Italian, but then after, when they signed the contract, all the nation and whatever, Italy lost the colonies, and Italy lost everything that made in that town, but the Arabic government was nice to let us have the business, the civil business, the churches, the school. It was nice, and this is why I continue to go to school over there, and we have teachers that were teaching in the Italian school. Even the Arabic came to the Italian school, and That lasts until the king has been put it down, and they made I don't know what to say, un colpo di stato, coup, whatever.
Coup?
Yeah, and they put down the king, and Gaddafi came over. Okay, he was okay for a while, but then he said, look, we're foreign, you have your country, go back to your country. And after we went back to Italy, my husband didn't like to stay there because he always have in mind that want to come to America. Because also in Tripoli there was a military base, American military base, and looking at them, the way they were living, it was fun. The movie, the music, you know, Elvis Presley, all those, it make his dream. And so he was so in love of all those lifestyle that he decided, said, I have to go, I have to go. So we came over. It was an adventure, but it could cost us worse because it has been everything better than what it could be. Because some people was not so fortunate, so lucky, they come just like this and make a life. Because I see that even American native, don't have a way to survive, a house or whatever. And we made it. Okay, maybe my husband had a better job. This I don't know. But everybody that, everywhere though, everybody that sacrificed their life working is successful everywhere. Because when you have money, the power, unfortunately, in this planet right now is just in the piece of paper that pay everything. And it's really...
So you came to America, do you remember what year?
1971. I was pregnant with Armandino, and he was born in the USA.
Oh, you came straight to Alabama?
Yes, because my sister was here. My sister married a man, an American from the civil service. He was working in the military base over there and met my sister somehow. And so she decided to marry him and come over. And so she did. We didn't know where to go, but since she sponsored for us, we came straight right here. And since that day, I'm still here.
Yeah.
And from 1973, I've been moving this house. I'm still here.
Wow.
I never went anywhere else. That is a shame. A country so big need to be visited and known, you know. But I don't complain because, you know, it's not bad.
Yeah.
Maybe sometime you want too much, and because you want too much, you know what? It's not going to be so lucky. So I better stay where I am. That was my life, and this was good because it turned out good. Look, I have so many grandchildren, and we want to see the good side of the situation because bad side is everywhere you go. So there is plenty of bad side. Is the I have the cake. Is the good side that sometimes there is people that are not so lucky. But we have been lucky. We had our problem, and we are going to have always problems. Who don't have any problem? Every day is a problem. But there are also good stuff to be positive and grateful, and to just say, well, God did abandon us just because were we wanted too much. We were rebellion because we were born over there. We didn't have to die over there. So he said, okay, go, make your experience. I try to help you. He helped us every day.
You brought your whole family over here.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
My family's here. I have other family also in Italy that I miss them. I really do.
So, what kind of challenges did you have as an immigrant when you first got here?
Well, I didn't see all these problems that we see today.
It's different.
Well, maybe I was, when you are naive and you don't realize what is the situation, what is the condition, and this, we were just went in somewhere else and then tried to make a living. But now the immigrant, they want support, they want this, they want that. We didn't come with all those in mind, because my husband said, I work in Italy, I work over there, but I want to see, I want to live the American style, I want to see how they live, I want to live that way. And then, sometimes, somehow, sometimes you be also disappointed, because you expect what is in your fantasy.
Yeah.
It's not the reality that you dream, A dream is a dream, and it's good, but stay a dream. The reality is much, much different. And the reality wake you up and say, hey, look, you better don't start to complain, because you didn't know, you were watching the life in with different eyes, with different fantasy in your mind. It's like this everywhere. So, and some people maybe think, oh, in America it's better, no, in Italy it's better, no, in Tripoli it's better. Everywhere there is the best and there is the worst. And it's not because here we had the best, otherwise we were dying over there. No, I have to tell you, if we went to Italy, we had a lucky life, why? Because we were refugees from the political situation of the government. And the Italian government gave us all the opportunity to emerge, because we lost so much over there. We lost money in the bank, they confiscated, they lost property, they lost everything. So the Italian government, when I went over there, first just at the port of Naples, gave us a bonus of 1 million by capita of money each family. So I was, me, my husband, Marco, Daniela, and Serenella, 5 million liras that he gave it to us, plus just like Mussolini made, confiscate all the hotel, the best hotel of the town where we choose, to stay for 6 months without paying nothing. In the meanwhile, they were building the village of the refugee. You have to see what a village, what a beautiful, I cannot tell you, with the garage. And then in this village, there was the pool for all these people that was living in this congregation, whatever, I don't know how to say, the tennis court, and this, you name it. And we were in a town where there is the sea of tourists. You have to see this town. It was a beauty. And I really didn't want to come when they gave us the visa, because we stayed over there 1 year and more waiting for the visa from the American embassy from Rome. When they call us, we have to go over there, have the vaccination, the passport and everything. I mean, because they had to investigate what kind of people was coming. I mean, if we were people that, you know, criminal or sick people that bring disease or sick in mind, you never know. So, well, when we were ready to go, I was not ready. I started to fight with my husband. I said, you better go alone by yourself. I stay here. I have all my family here. We have everything. The school for my children to the university paid from the government, but this were all the benefit that we received because we were refugees from North Africa. But now because my husband make all that money, he was working over there, living, have the daily bread, and we didn't need much, but we didn't have much either. But the government gave us so much. They gave us, in fact, the money to come over, because otherwise we could pay, this coming like this. I mean, you come with no money. Who gave us assistance? We were not immigrant under the government request or whatever. We were just private people that came as an immigrant. But you have to face many things, especially all this insurance that we didn't have. I went to the hospital. I have to have the baby. I didn't have any insurance. Boy, I almost had the baby in the street because you didn't have any insurance. And I have to say, as an American, I didn't expect this. That if you don't have insurance, you don't have the money, you could die in the street. This is never seen, not with the Arabic, not with the Italian, not with the third world is more human first, and then the money. And this because of the money that happened all this. Because for the money, people kill and don't care. I cannot believe it. But now it's universal. The devil spread this thing everywhere. So it's not only here, only there, it's everywhere. My nephew over there from this, if you see our situation here with all this immigrant that come every day, the government help them, give them support, work, money, this, because otherwise destroy them. And the Italian have to go and look for a job somewhere else because with no support. No, the Italian don't exist anymore. Are all gone, all just pushed back to welcome these people. They go and pee in the Fontana di Trevi or in the Tower of Pisa. They really, it's a disgrace. They raped a girl, they go to church, and my nephew was telling me, these people that come over, they say that they were in bad shape in their country. First of all, if it's bad, just build your country. But it must not be real, because they have some electronic equipment better than what I can afford. He is an engineer and architect, my nephew, and his son also is an architect, and they know all this, how much it costs, how much and they see that these people don't need stuff. They have a lot of stuff that better than a regular person, a normal person that work in Italy don't have it, cannot afford it, because make the living only, that's it, just to pay the rent and eat, and that, forget, and you are lucky. But no, don't have all this push a button here and push nothing. If you have more fortune, make more money, then you buy, but it's not like here, everybody got it. Even the baby, the newborn baby knows how to use it, and I don't. I'm still, retarded. Well, what I want to say is that it depends how you have in mind to go in the country. We came in mind to live a life like it was our, not just to be kicked out or because, oh, you have an accent, you know. No, we never knew this thing, we never thought about it, we never, because even with the Arabic we didn't have this problem. It was mentality, different mentality. The antique, here they have been modern all the time. It was a different world, and was a very different experience, because there are the ancient, the good one, the sweet one, the best, and there are the worst, like everywhere else. Unfortunately, the worst give a bad reputation everywhere. Like Mussolini had a bad reputation, but poor man, he tried to do his best, and with his ignorance made a history of a monster. We don't know. We will see when is the judgment day. We will see if really he deserved to be called a monster. Maybe not to me. To me, it didn't do nothing. I mean, I gained not $50, but 50 liras at the time. 50 liras was.
So you think he wasn't so bad because he did kind things to you personally and the community too?
To the country, because
Yeah,
he was the leader of the country.
Mm-hmm.
He tried to make the best of the country, but the country, you have to know that Italy was poor because for centuries has been with the invasion of other countries from the north. You know, Austria has been taking taxes, and they squeezed the blood of the work of the Italian. But they have the weapon, they had cannon at the time. We didn't have even a pistol. You know, they had, you know, the farmer that they have the stuff with with those things they went to fight and defend the
Pitchfork?
property. Yeah. Well, it is sad to see that there was no leader that gave weapon that defend your country. No, everyone go with the broom, with this whatever, and they, after so many years of domination, that was the domination of the Imori, the Arabic, let's say the Arabic, because the Imori dominate also Spain, wherever they went. But this was the ancient, almost close the time of Jesus, you know. But if we go to that time, okay, the German, the Austria, the Arabic in Sicily, the Greek in Sicily, and before they came out, they never built a weapon, they didn't know. Mussolini had nothing, a few weapons that finally, I don't know who was the king, one of the king of those, the Vatican or whatever, they put together a little bit, and even Garibaldi came to fight for the freedom of America. Garibaldi was one of the Italian heroes. Because they sympathize for those people that want to be free from the domination of somebody. Because we had, so coming out from that period, they need to get up a little bit and build up the country, build up the government, build up, you know, the defense of the country, money, this and that. Didn't have the time. because when Germany and England start to fight, Germany told to Mussolini, the king, and the Pope, whoever was in charge at that time, if you are not with me, you are against me, and I'm gonna come and occupy tomorrow. What would you do? Then everybody said, but they could refuse it. See, okay, do it. And you are in the hand of Hitler, whatever he had. It was even worse. So, if you don't do this, you receive that. So it was bad period for. But they made it with misery, with this, with that, with. And I have to say, the Italian people has been always with the desire to emerge with thing elevated thing, not those just live and survive and be poor or whatever. They like. They were rich in their mind with the art, with the literature. You go in the, when you study for a teacher, you read the program that Mussolini made for this Italian school. It was very elevated. It was not of the monster. It said, let we educate not just the body, not just the money, not just the power, but the soul. And then put the study of the religion, of the Bible, the church, with the government together and teach little children what God gave it to us. It was something that, look, it's because I grew up with that view. I cannot change. When I see children come first thing in the morning, whatever they sing the
Pledge of Allegiance.
yeah, okay, we have also that. But first come the prayer. Our Father was the first thing in every school. They open the class, teacher, the prayer, and then you sit down and do whatever you want. You want to make music, you want to make design, you want to make art, you want to make, because God come first. And I remember my book in the first grade, opened the first page, this Mussolini book, that unfortunately I threw it away in Tripoli. When I pack, you want to bring all those, they arrest you, put you in jail because you were fanatic. I opened, and there was a window with the sun shining like this, and a baby boy that got up from bed and look at the window and down. The first phrase, the sun, no, aria e sole sono la salute dell'uomo. Air and sunshine are the health of the man, the health of humanity. Dell'uomo in general, globally, just not the man itself, but the man is a human being everywhere. So basic, then wash your hands in the morning. When we go in the classroom, we have all sink for the baby. We wash our hands with a little towel, show to the teacher, and then we didn't have all those things. No, the teacher said, tell mama to cut your fingernail, okay? Tell mama, mother, family and children, they have to be always there every day for whatever, the communication for growing with a mental, logical man, think logical. No, oh, but if you say this, I was working at Sage Avenue, baby children or whatever. And one day they have to hire somebody to do the cleaning. And this person came, took the trash, and that's it. And they pay for cleaning. I don't know how is a customer here. I was wondering. I said, I went to the director. I said, but you know what? He don't, she don't clean, or he don't clean. I don't remember now who it was. Yeah, it was a she. Everything is nasty. They just said, shh, don't say that because we are gonna lose he don't come anymore. Well, what do you lose? You don't lose nothing because you lose the money. But they have to have the company that come to clean it. They don't clean. Everywhere you touch, you'll be stuck in there. I was the only one fanatic that I was cleaning it. And they thought I was really, oh, Leonardo, because you have, oh, okay, yeah. And the children stay in the little stuff underneath the pillow. There were vomit, a warm smell of poop. Not like that. Then the baby was nasty. I wanted to take a bath. I said, I'm going to give him a bath. You cannot clean it with the paper like this. They didn't have, there was a sink where they cleaned the mop. No. Anyhow, they knew that I was crazy and they didn't like my system. But I was like that. I couldn't be different. I couldn't see different. I mean, I see if you have to clean, you have to clean. But if you think it's clean, it's not clean. Put the baby, newborn baby, on the carpet. I pick it up and I put it. And the other worker with me take the baby and put. I said, this carpet is 30 years old, German stuff, and his mouth is right there. Are you crazy? Okay. Where do you want me to put? I said, put in his bed. Yeah, but he don't want to stay in the bed. He cried. He wants to say, well, then put a towel, a blanket or something. They didn't believe all this precaution because they believe the way they believe. And I believe the way I believe. And when this, I'm telling you, to tell you how you start to learn a place where, a new place. With the Arabic was different because they didn't have utilities, they were poor, but the rich one, they were so proud. They don't want to be calculated under you, that they see the way you live, they copy you, and they surpass you, make it even better, because they were so, don't want to be humiliated. Of course, the poor, what are they going to do? The poor have a tent, there's stuff over there, they sweep the floor and sit there. Everybody live just the way they can learn, have lived. I have lived like this because my mom was a fanatic of cleaning it. My daddy was another one that was a man that knew nothing else but working from morning to night. He never had a vacation, he never had holidays, he never had, the holiday we had, just celebrate at home with all together, at the table, stay all together. And I don't know if you saw the picture where we were over there, in the house, around the table, and then we were all together like that. but we didn't have no children. Didn't have so many toys, so many. One doll, one, two, it was enough because we didn't think about the need of that stuff. Mostly was maybe what you can show to him, what you can teach to him. You know that Marco, 4 years old, he could write his name and read it, the not the course, the print, the paper. Because at home, we didn't go much. I mean, if we have to go to the beach, we go all together. But that I mean, if I think I want to go and leave and go, like today, my children, oh, I want to have fun. I want to have fun. It's boring here, but it's boring because you don't want to do nothing. But find something to do. This is, I cannot make you. A circus to make you have fun.
So, what were your parents like? What do you remember about them? What else do you remember about them?
Did you see the picture over there of my parents?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my mother. My father was a worker. Was most of all was a philosopher. Very religious and very calm. When believe it or not, I was more embarrassed to have to be reprehended from my daddy than from my mom, because my daddy was gone. Look at you, you do this and you do that, make me feel so miserable inside. So really, and I didn't like when my daddy, because make me feel just nothing. But he didn't, I mean, he didn't step on me or not. My mother with the wood spoon chased all of us. We were 5 girls. We drove her crazy. And sometimes we didn't listen, especially me. I was the rebellion, and I said, no, do this. No, I don't want to do it. What did you say? No, I don't want to do it. Go. First she played with me, but then when I just mean it and I don't do it, he come with the wooden spoon. Either you move or I'm going to make a bruise in your arm. Over there was no law. So she could really kill us. Nobody knew it. I have to say that. But she never did. She just intimidated, and now I understand, and I know that we deserve it sometimes. I know because sometimes I want to pull the neck of my children when I was younger, when they were younger. Now they have their problems, and I cannot do nothing else but be sympathetic with her, because I know how she suffered as a mother, because I know I am a mother now, and she is sick, and I cannot, you don't know how much it hurt me, and it hurt having a life wasted like this, not being, whatever, and this is it. I'm sorry that my kids have to work, but we working also. No, really, my family, no, the female, especially in Italian custom, the females stay home to raise the children, to have an education, a good life, help the parents in the house. This was meant. But the man was meant to develop his intelligence so he can work with better money and support the family the way he can. Even if he's not rich, nobody has to be. This has to be with, like some children say, oh, we always don't have money. We always have, so what? Did you ever starve? Did you ever slept outside with no roof or whatever? You didn't have water to drink of? You have more than many people in the desert, many population that have nothing, they cannot survive. They really starve and have disease, they cannot be. And if you don't have consideration of this, well, I'm sorry. That was the intention of Mussolini. If you are not, we are not human, to consider each other, just like the Bible says. Today that I understand the preacher of the Bible, I said, this is what he meant. This is what who understood at the time? Who knew anything? We knew the Ten Commandments. Of course, we went to the Bible school, and they taught us according to the level of our understanding. If you are 8 years old, you cannot make understand something. Never. You acquire that according to your experience, to your life, the way you feel and the way you have been humiliated or have been suffering, or and sometimes hate is higher than love, but Jesus gave us the example that love conquered everything. Because of his love, we are saved. Otherwise, we were in the hands of Satan, the destroyer, that don't look like, make us satisfied to have fun, to have this or that, but then at the end of it, there is nothing but dust. And many people ruin their life just because they want to follow the I don't trust. Where is this God? I want to live my life. I have the power to control myself. Don't worry about it. And then what? They have their lesson. Like there is no missing example. It's demonstrated with the experience of the life. And my father was always somebody teasing, make ridicule of him, because he always was working and never had to think about to support all these 5 girls and 2 boys, and never have that. But let them go have your fun. You deserve your life. He said, look, when I got married, I promised God I would take care of my wife and whatever come on me. If I caused this, it was consequences of my idea, I have to support it, because the punishment of God is worse than all the fun that I can have in life. Because my fun can last 1 day, 1 month, 2 days, 1 minute. Nobody knows. But the eternity and what I live in the consequences in the life of in the opinion of my children, the life of my children, it lasts more. If they have in mind an idea that I am an animal, it's come si dice tramandare. You send this information to your people come in the future. I posteri, tramandare ai posteri.
Pass it down.
Yeah, you pass. Yeah, you pass. They pass their
on.
experience to those that are coming in the future, part of your family, that you were a monster or you did that, and you understand what I mean? And that maybe now, nobody knows what is in the other life. Nobody knows in the future. But once we pass over there, we have to suffer the consequences of what we build up in here. And I'm pretty sure, I believe in that. Maybe I'm wrong, because they put in my mind, in school, especially in the Italian school, oh my goodness, there was my philosophy teacher. He didn't taught us, what is it? He didn't taught us, but our spirit to be satisfied with when you are cheap person, meschino, un cheap, I don't know the word, un poveretto, uno povero di cuore, povero di. It could be rich as much as it's just a piece of. I don't know. They gave us so many teaching to assimilate every day. I mean, in school with this. If it was not the religion, it was the philosophy. If it's not the philosophy, it was the literature. Because anche even in the literature, we have so many writer or poet that the subject of this, it was just the feeling of the heart, the feeling of your. And you, when you are young, you just don't understand enough of all those things. But now you know how much I miss my book, where there was some. It gave me a heart. It was like some song. We have some song that when you leave it and when you hear it and understand the word, what is the word? That to you it could mean nothing, but to me it touched, make my heart in pieces, because the word is just, Jesus is the word. And when it's just what Jesus promised, that when you have a heart, you have everything. I wish I could see everybody that go to school. The first 2 hours was religion and humanitarian, whatever, even the poem, because the poem, the story, the thing, everything was for the education of your heart. Look, Dante Alighieri, in some book of the Inferno, he called those people little animal, because they have no heart. It's just like an animal. And though you see the animal, they have more heart than the human today. I see those little dogs, what they do for their owner, whatever, that how they love their children, that not even some parents do like that. It's impressive. It's impressive. That teaches us just to be human, that we have been created for love each other, not just because nobody said that because those are Muslim, they don't have God. This is a story that we human. We don't know what God did those people for. Only Him knows. Nobody knows. Nothing. He created all us equal. That's it. And that is not our business, because He is the boss of us too. What is that? Now we come and we say, oh no, we have to kill all those because they don't have any God. We have to kill them. Okay. Oh. Does it make any sense?
Yeah.
We want to be God, but we are not God. we better have mercy from God, and that is the business of every single creature of this planet. I don't know other planet, but this one, we have been all created, and we have to love our Creator and to be thankful and be just us. If we are, the Bible says, lucky is the one that had the love. I don't know exactly. I cannot memorize anything, but there are things that need to be memorized. But especially this one is lucky. The soul that received the love of God is really lucky. Who knows? But when we start to know that we are human and we depend, that already is enough. We start to be in communion with our Creator. Because every time we have a problem in our mind, we say, and when I was at school, I didn't study. I don't know how I was expecting for me to say, oh God, please help me. How can He help me if I didn't study? I can make the test if I don't know one word after another. I was a donkey, and I could make it successful. It was logical. But I expected God, that was stupid of me. But when we really have a problem and we say, God, Jesus, please be with me, don't leave me, and help me every minute of my life. And that is the best request, because God don't abandon no one, nobody. He sent the word that is Jesus. He sent it just to let us know that He loves us and wants for us to call Him when we need help. And that is it. Did you call her help?
Did I call help?
When you make a roast beef, look how red she is of that tiny bit. I should go. I am. I
Tanning
look.
bed?
Yeah, I look with no blood in my vein.
Oh, you go to the tanning bed? Oh, that's why. Okay.
I walk too, so
See,
I will tan
but
from
she
walking.
stay in
Yeah.
the sun every day. I have
But I
to.
do.
I love. Yeah. No. My husband, their father, he was fanatic to stay in the beach under the sun. Everybody thought he was a black person. Everybody said, but is your husband a black? I say, yeah.
Yeah?
What's the difference?
Yeah.
It was created just like a black, so that's it. That's it.
Rita, did you speak English when you came to Alabama?
English, but no, English. You know, I have a teacher that she was from Germany, and she was a teacher of English language, but she spoke English, you know, with that accent. And when I came over, I learned her accent. I could read and write. I could read and write better than speaking, because my accent and the accent of the other one was misunderstood. But reading, I knew because I studied English for 3 years, I guess. At school, of course, not private with practice, no. But just a little thing at school, those hours during the week. When we came over, I could read, but understanding, So we went to.
Do you want me to make some spaghetti?
Sure.
Do we have spaghetti, Mama?
Yeah.
Can I make some?
Not allowed.
Devi mettere la pentola grande,
I will. Okay.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, Serenella, you want to make your cousin welcome. I'm glad that you do that because you love him, right? And what I was, and we went to the market, me and my husband, to shop, and we were shop. But you don't want to take the cake to your daddy.
We will. Well, we're gonna leave it after he goes to sleep, maybe, because it's gonna be a surprise.
Okay.
It's not.
Oh, tell him then if you don't have the spaghetti, you better tell her not to cook it.
Huh? Oh no. What do you mean? No, we're gonna go later.
Ah, okay. But you have time.
Yeah. I have time.
Oh, okay.
No, this is more. This is more important. This is why we came. We can come back if
Yeah.
we need to.
Yeah.
Anyhow, we went to the market, you know. At that time, there was a store on Dauphin Island Parkway. We were living in the apartment over there, and that down there. And across the street, there was this store, food store, National. I don't know, you were not even born when there was National on Dauphin Island Park. We were used to go shop over there. And we were looking for milk. We have no orientation. Big store like this. We were used to go to a small store where we buy salame, mortadella, prosciutto, formaggio, mozzarella, cha. But look, these people saw that we were disoriented. They noticed us, that we were. So this young man, so nice, so, can I help you? I said, yeah. Where is the milk? Milk. Hey, Joe, she want to know where is the milk? Milk. What is milk? What is milk? Milk.
Oh.
Milk. Oh, you mean milk? Oh, I didn't say milk. I said milk. I said milk. Just M-A-N-L. But they say that E, that I is pronounced rounded. It's not just like milk. That's it. Oh, we were laughing. Oh, our English was so stupid. Everybody. But it was fun. They were nice. Oh, you mean milk? Oh, yeah. And they told us where the milk was. I don't know. Still now, I cannot pronounce the way you do. Sometime I was working at Montgomery Ward. I can't imagine that. Hear the way they talk. I said, this time my accent don't show for nothing. I pronounce so perfect that they don't even know that I'm a foreigner. And then I opened my mouth. Where are you from? Oh, no. Immediately they knew it. Talking about Montgomery Ward, I was working in the shoe department. I was assisting people that want to buy shoes. To say, children that came, parents come with all these children play with the open box, take off the lace and put one shoe in the other box, or lay down on the carpet and eat popcorn everywhere. I said, hey, because in Italy people do that. I didn't know this. It was the first time I was working here. Hey, don't do this. This is not a park play where you have a. This is a store. You just respect it. Don't make it all this mess. The manager, Rita, are you crazy? We're going to lose all our customers. I said, but look, it's a mess. I mean, you let them. In Italy, you don't. The kids, not grown up, but you take kids stay still. They can look at, but they don't touch the merchandise. they throw you out. They don't care nothing. But in bad manner, that is not even good. But they don't want any children that play with their merchandise. Just to say, And so I was assisting a man that wants some boots because he had something in his foot. I have something that to correct it. I don't know what was his problem, but I went up and down. Boots were upstairs. Go up and down. Try this. Try that. Try. Finally, I didn't find anything else. I said, "I'm sorry. This is all that we have." You know what? This man. I said, "What?" "You are a jackass." "Oh, thank you. Thank you very much." I don't know what he said. There was the other worker with me. It was on Sunday. It was a black lady. She started laughing. She was down on the floor laughing. I said, "Gressa, are you cleaning the floor? What are you doing there? Why are you laughing? What happened? I want to know what happened because I didn't understand nothing." "What did you say?" "What did I say?" I said, "Thank you." Laugh, laugh, laugh. Oh my God. I said, "But I don't know." Then finally, during the day, she was telling to the other one that came, later on, another employee, said, "You know what?" He said, "You are a jackass." And she said, "Thank you very much. Thank you very much." But I still didn't know what. I said, "Why? What should I say? I should say thank you what?"
That was perfect.
Yeah.
And she said, "But you know what he called you?" I said, "No. He didn't call me. I don't know. He said something. And maybe he wanted to say that I was nice. I don't know." Ah! Man, I couldn't say. I said, "Okay, okay." They said, "He called you jackass." I said, to me, don't make it. What does it mean, jackass? Oh, okay. Now I know the ass means your back. So jack is somebody. Okay, now I know. But at that time I didn't know. So what? I said, "Thank you. What, expect me to?" He make me a compliment because I went up and down. But some experience really make you laugh.
Yeah.
That poor man, had stuff. There was iron,
brace.
metal, a brace with a metal underneath, like that, and everything didn't fit right. Huh?
Didn't your grandfather own a candy store? Or your dad?
Yeah, my dad.
When was that?
Oh, that was before I went to Italy when I was little.
Okay, so it was a.
Yeah, my
long-
father had a store. There was, he had different
Before the
business.
war. Oh,
Yeah, before the war.
Okay.
He had different business. He had a store of what do you call it?
produce.
Yeah, produce store. Then had radio and all those, all those music stuff, electronic store, change place, location. Then another one was General Alimentari. General Alimentari is food store, pasta, this and that, but a small store. But finally, before I left myself, he put this store, he opened the store underneath the apartment that we rent upstairs, the second floor. And then there were the Ark, and then there are all the store down on the street, under the Ark, and people sit with the table and stuff. And he made pastry, ice cream. It was an ice cream, but the ice cream, my daddy, not to brag, but the only one in all Tripoli that make almond and lemon, almond granita and lemon granita, no, come si chiama? Lemon, la granita di limone e Sì, è la granita di mandorle. Almond and lemon granita.
Oh, it's like a frozen Italian ice.
Yes, but the real one
Yeah.
don't exist nowhere.
Okay.
Every Tripoli people that was living in there were to buy and order to my daddy. They made a bunch of money there at that time. Even the military that came from the military base, they were close over there. When they had to go to town to shop and they tasted his ice cream, stay in line all the,
Yeah.
yeah. And they said that they never tasted like that. And it was true. And this almond, disgusting thing that you drink, oh, que bruto. No, it's nothing to do with the almond, the real almond. It was expensive because you had to buy the real almond, especially when they are fresh from, you know, the almond dry is the almond. But when it is just start to be dry, but it's still almost not fresh because fresh is like gelatin. But when you just form it, and then he ground it and mix it with the right sugar, and then when it's all one paste, put in the presser where the boiling water make drip all the milk of the almond, the milk of the almond make a milk when you put it in, is, you know, and that was the almond drink real. And then sometime put it in the icing machine and make the icy of this milk, make it icy. But you have to taste it to know what it is. That was my breakfast in the morning on summertime, because only on summertime if I can buy that. And lemon all year around, because there are lemon, so much lemon. But the almond was just once a year in summertime. Because it has to be a certain, because when it's old, don't release the milk, the almond. And even if it's fresh, but it has to be just right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything was. You said like the olive oil was better, the
Yeah.
milk was better.
Yeah, everything was better. Even the grape that I ate in Libya, I didn't find, not in Italy. In Italy, in the north, in the south, in the south, wherever I have been, I ate all the fruit that never tasted like the one that grow in the sand of the desert. The taste, no fertilizer, nothing, you know, even the water sometimes, but more taste. Even the apple, the smell, and then the smell of everything, the smell, the taste, tomatoes, oh my goodness. The pear, there was the summertime le perine, little, like this small with the stem like that, just like a cherry you eat it. This kind of pear, it comes just in summertime, like I said, but you have to taste it. What if, and there were nowhere, so I saw it just the Tripoli. So far, I didn't see it nowhere. And you know what? Tripoli, you know those fig of India, they call fig of India, but this is something like this, a fruit like this, you know, this round and this long, full of pin. You have to take off the skin to eat it inside. Now they are making a medicine that, and we were eating in summertime. First thing in the morning, my dad was bringing this stuff, put the gloves on, cut it, and we ate, you know, just to have so many things. And the fish, 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 fish. The tuna fish, tuna fish in the. It was nothing but like this of cork.
Yeah.
The fish here is cork, dry.
What is
Either,
your
yeah, don't have a Bahama make cave fish.
What's your favorite American food though? What did you like when you came here?
What did I like?
That was American.
I like the corn.
Corn.
Yeah, the corn in Italy, they have corn, it's, but not so sweet like this one. This one is good. The corn is good, but everything is good. It's just that when I came, had different taste.
Yeah, it was different.
But now it's changed.
Yeah.
Now, this is why I'm complaining, because before we didn't nothing to complain. Tomatoes were tomatoes, parsley was parsley,
Mm.
and then endive, before endive was good. Now endive is disappearing. They don't even sell it anymore.
Yeah.
And it's tender. The endive in Tripoli, they have it, but it was just like leathery,
Mm.
because there was no water enough to make this veggie so good. Here, endive is good, still now. If they don't destroy in the store, that they cut off the head of the bunch,
Mhm.
and they ruin it because they go lost, go waste. But there is good stuff. The watermelon here is good. Yeah. The nectarine, I never saw nectarine here, and they are good. This is the first time I saw the nectarine here. And the peaches are good. No, there is a lot. It's just that, like some variety of grape,
Mm.
of oranges over there. They have the vanilla orange and the bloody orange. I didn't see it nowhere.
Mm.
In Sicily, I saw the vanilla one, but it was not even so. It was dry. No, there are good stuff. What a shame that they ruin it. No. Look at the string beans. They let them go rotten with all that water, and when it's time that you have to use it at home, it's not good anymore. But it's good when they bring the farmer, they bring it to the store. It's just sometimes the workers, they don't know how to manage also the veggie. They destroy their life. Meat, but the meat in Africa and in Italy too is less bloody. This meat is dark blood. Over there is almost pinkish because it's veal. They eat veal. They don't believe in bull because they have a lot of cholesterol. They try to avoid for the cholesterol, and they eat the younger animal. Here it's good and tastes good, but it gives you cholesterol when you eat meat every day. You can eat just maybe once a week. Yeah, once a week is good, and it is good. It's, of course, the meat with the fat, it tastes better because the fat tastes good. So the meat here tastes better than the other one. They don't have any fat. Don't taste good, but it's healthier. This one, it kills you, but it's good. Yeah. And with all this ocean, we should have fresh fish everywhere. We don't. Now Costco have some. For the first time I saw fish in the market with the eye. Fish with the eye means that it's fresh, because they don't put a dead eye that shows the age of the fish, and that is good. I had to try. I didn't try it yet, but I'm going to. Yeah. I was so surprised. How come that we don't have in the market fresh fish over there? In Tripoli, especially in Italy. Yes and no. Italy is like here. But Tripoli, if the fish didn't jump, was alive, we didn't buy it. Even if it was 2-3 days old, we didn't eat that. It has to be fresh. It's just country that you go, you accustomed, and usanze, cosa vuol dire usanze? Come si dice usanze?
Usanze?
Usanze.
Usanze.
Usanze. Usanze. Oh, buonanotte. Usanze, usanze, usanze.
Usanze.
Usa. Usa. Custom. Usage. Custom. Ancient usage. Ancient custom. Yeah. Paese che vai, usanze che trovi. Every country has its own custom. Tell me. Okay.
So, what did you think about Alabama when you first got here?
Well, Alabama was not this big the way it was. It was most trees, you know, tree everywhere. I mean, so many building, house, like now, no. I thought it was so peaceful. I was not, somehow was Tripoli peaceful, but not that much. But here, peaceful everywhere. Everywhere, look, they go slow in the street. Man, I came from a crazy country in Italy. Everybody was fanatic, noise, singing, screaming. The car, they don't know where they're gonna end up. Boom, bim, bam. Come over. We are in paradise, right? You know, but now, I guess they're the same. Over there, they slow down a little bit because there is no more population. Then with the virus, you know, mostly are this people that came that do vandalism mostly everywhere. But here, the population increased so much since I came, especially in Alabama. There was not so populated Mobile. I'm telling you, it was just beautiful, calm. Everybody was kind, you know. They need any help with this and that. Man, I tell you, and like I said before, what we bought in the store, it was special. And the price was, they gave you the parsley for free, and those few cents. Now they increase. It's changed. It's changed. I thought that was a beautiful place, you know, for people that have kids, want to live a life that is calm in the traffic. Oh, at the time, Dauphin Island Parkway was almost just like Airport Boulevard, but not the traffic. Oh, every once in a while there was a car.
Yeah.
Yeah, very calm. I'm trying to compare Duffy Island Parkway, like, because there was the central part where mostly of the car was the traffic of the car. Now, not much, but like for Boulevard is, oh, it's too much. It's scary sometimes. And people is scaring the way they drive sometimes. Was not like this. No way. Whew. We were surprised. Very much surprised in this respect, you know. We thought, man, these people really, I wish it was like this in Italy, because you want to go and there is such a confusion, that sometimes you just get tired of the too loud, too much people, too much traffic, too much. Let me go and help Serenella before she makes.
Yeah.
Because she, yeah.
Sure, thank you for that. You're a very good